Hey, welcome back to Downhill Domination. This is still Insetic.
And I'm still Blank Tester.
And this is episode 2 of the main career mode, where we cover Red Pass, Utah. And of course, it's Freeride track, it's mountain cross track, and it's technical downhill.
Right, Insetic got most of that,
He does become white.
Yeah, most of that instruction stuff out of the way.
I keep wanting to say motocross, because whoever says mountain cross?
I don't know, maybe that is a thing. We don't.
Yeah, I was never a pro biker.
We don't actually get out of the house much.
I biked a little like a few years ago, but that ended when I tried to do a 180 off a ramp and I hit a kid with my bike.
Yeah, my mom doesn't even let me out of the basement that much, so that doesn't happen for me.
I sold my bike years ago. You know,
that's all behind me now.
I played these games to try to feel like my own type of Superman, you know? do things that I could never be.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to race anymore. I just want to hit people. No, I'm trying to race. Red Pass,
just like Superman.
Red Pass is one of the longer tracks in the game. At least the Freeride one is.
Holy shit!
You decided to go through with that one?
Yeah, I went through with that one.
So if you just want to see the extremity of this game and how large the tracks can get.
Extremity? I think extremeness is the more appropriate word there. Oh, you miss.
Oh no. All I have to do is get a trick and I get it back. But yeah, that's a really surprising thing about the game, how much of the levels there are in there. Like the technical downhill levels, I kind of expected those to be the main length of the level, but these Freeride levels, they're like 4 times or 3 or 4 times as long as those. Maybe even just twice as long, but you know, but still, combined with the fact that these Freeride levels aren't the only ones in the game, like these are huge.
Yeah. These are pretty massive. I mean, for its time, massive. I mean,
yeah.
like,
now we've got games like Fuel, where you have just giant worlds.
Right, and then like we both played the newest SSX. Serenity's freaking huge.
Yeah, Serenity is extremely long, and
I would have liked if that game had like more levels that length, but I mean that's beside the point. You know, in this. At the time when this came out, when did this come out?
2003.
Yeah, in 2003, they couldn't actually fudge.
Oh, also, if you hit select twice really quickly, you just instantly fall off your bike, and so it's like resetting yourself. So I didn't have to fall like all the way down to the water right there.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
I thought it was just that it would like if it knew you were gonna die.
I mean, it probably would reset you before the water, but it still went by faster with me manually resetting.
So why do you have to hit select twice?
To change the camera, that is, you hit select and then you push up or down on the D-pad, and that changes the camera, which is kind of weird. Like, I always just use middle camera. Also, these aren't animals, but they're rocks, and you really don't want to get taken out by them.
I totally thought those were animals. Everyone thought those were animals until you clarified.
They're armadillos.
They're giant, armadillos.
They're giant rock hogs.
Rock hogs.
Hedgehogs made of rock. Original species. Everything's made of rock.
Sonic here.
Oh my god, don't go there. Yeah, that middle chasm section.
What music is this?
Generic extreme music.
Extreme!
Yeah, there's no music here as standout as stuff in the Tony Hawk series or even in Sean Palmer. Like, just playing that like for a week or 2 on end, that music kind of got stuck in my head. But there's nothing in this game no music that I really remember, in part because the game is kind of quiet. I've got the audio settings on the actual video boosted up so much more than I did for Sean Palmer, but watch out for all these people. Like,
yeah, I was commenting. Oh, I totally thought that was going to take you out. I was commenting in between recording this audio and the last audio that the way they, in real life, I imagine that groups that want to do bike races or whatever down mountains probably have to like register that with people, like environmental people or government people or somebody. They have to tell somebody to like clear out the area, and these people do a horrible job clearing it out. There are animals everywhere and rock slides and just random people walking around.
I don't really know if there are pre-planned like large bike races. I know there are.
I think there are.
I know there are kind of more marathon ones.
Right, like the Tour de France.
There's one that goes through Iowa like every year, and my family and I caught that going through, I think, like Clear Lake.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
A few years ago or something.
I mean, I'd like to see one of those, but at the same time, I don't want to just be standing there for like 2 hours and then watch bikers go, whoosh, not bikers, bike riders just go
past
right
you once.
And then I'm like, I don't know any of you, bye. Like,
sure, you could follow them in your van or something.
That would be kind of scary for them. Like
they'd be a hazard, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a horrible, like, not only am I not great at driving, but the one of them, falls off their bike and they're dead.
Also, another thing I haven't explained yet, you may see me going through sections with black diamond flags.
I was wondering about that.
Those are sometimes shortcuts, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're harder to go down than the main track. But
oh my god!
You're dodging cars at the end of this. Like,
who would drive around
here? Terribly planned. But yeah, you get more points at the end for going through those black diamond sections. So I guess they're sort of challenge parts.
Oh.
These mountain goats, those were the only time they haven't just taken me out.
Well,
like,
I think you saw. Wait, break. Was that the same?
That's his one signature move.
Was that the same one?
Breaking jacks, yeah.
It's just called break jacks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I said breaking. Yeah. Each character only has one signature move.
Oh, it looks like second place gets you 10 credits, and third place gets you 4.
Really?
Yeah. I think.
I
don't know why it even gives credits to the NPCs.
Maybe to make it easier, like...
But why does it matter?
Maybe you would have to put something else in to program, give player credits, but NPCs none. Maybe it just...
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
I mean, because at the end of this, it's not like they total the points up. To win the super career, you have to get first in the last race. That's the only race you have to get first in.
Oh.
In the last race, and in each of the specialized careers, you have to get first in the last race.
Oh. How many careers are there?
There's one giant career which I'm in because it covers all the tracks, and the special careers actually wouldn't cover all the tracks. I think they'd all leave out one or two.
Oh, okay.
So there's the big career, and then there's a special freeride career.
So is that only the freeride tracks, or?
Yeah, that's just the freeride tracks.
Okay.
Special freeride, special mountain cross, special technical downhill, and then there's actually a special freestyle career, which is like more based on tricking, and it's on the freeride courses.
You kind of wasted a bottle there.
He was glowing, and I wasted one there because they both fell down.
Yeah.
But the freestyle career, I don't know if I'll go through that because it's on the freeride courses, but it's just more focused on doing tricks. You've got a bunch of objectives to complete. Get 10,000 total points, get 5,000 combo points. Yeah, the bikers, that's them knocking the cameramen down afterwards.
I'm just thinking, like, you're doing super career, and some of the other careers are just like the same maps, again, doing the same events, only leaving out some maps. Yeah. So I would say probably you want to do super career, and then the tricking one that you were said freestyle career, and possibly. Then maybe that's it.
I mean, that might take a while because like later on, some of the objectives are like complete the level with 2 crashes or fewer. And let me tell you, there's no way that I'll do that if I'm going for tricks as well. So if I was to get all of them, you'd watch me very slowly go down the tracks. Very slow, spending 5-6 minutes just coasting down them at like grandma speed.
At Grant speed.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to show off the most combat as possible.
You also said that, did that say dirt?
What part?
Like there was a billboard that said dirt.
Probably wasn't for the video game.
I don't think the video game was even close to being out yet.
Dirt came out in like '07, didn't it?
Well, this was in '03. 4 years is a long time. But you were saying between these recordings that the game is so like arcadey and fast-paced and intense that you kind of have to sit like really close to your TV, because if you don't, you'll get really distracted.
I was exaggerating a little bit. You know, I sit a few feet away. No,
Yeah.
I sit a few inches away from it. But yeah, you can't. You want to focus on the game, because you can see these technical downhill courses. Like, there's so much that can go wrong. I mean, I've practiced all these courses a few times, and I'm still getting just tossed around. You know, I'm not an extreme master at this game. Also, I'm stuck in a tree. So that's where a handy bail feature comes in handy.
That's why it's called the handy bail feature, because it comes in handy.
Shush.
Who would have known?
Then there's sections like the mine section and the stuff in the yeah, that blindsides you. All these sections where you really don't have very much room to maneuver.
Again, terrible planning by these committees.
Terrible planning by the Earth itself.
Yeah.
These are tough, but if you know what you're doing, they won't take you forever.
that rock will look like something.
All of these rocks look like something.
Yeah, they look like rocks. Except for that one. That one didn't look like a rock.
Bike.
Wait, how are you gonna... Oh, okay.
Eventually it lets me back on the course after I crash. And there was gonna let me back on there, but yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can usually get first.
And if you don't know what you're doing...
If you don't know the tracks and if you don't know what you're doing, it can be pretty tough. But like I said, the game will allow you to get second and third a couple times.
Your rank is upgraded to Sport Racer. You now earn
That's not really a
1.5
rank.
cash
That's like
for
a...
race placement and checkpoint bonus.
So after completing the second mountain, yeah, we can get more cash and more experience, I think it said.
Save the game, you bet.
Yeah, I figured out I should save before I go to the bike shop, because there's no way to just...
Undo what you did with the bike.
I go to the bike, and then I have to go to the next mountain.
Oh.
I did some fancy video editing to show me quitting back to the main menu. So I decided to do that then.
Aha.
So I have more money, so I'm not going to be as cheap as usual. I think I'm going to get a new frame. Yeah, I mean, see, look at...
Get the intense one.
I
Get the intense one.
I decided I'm not going to get the one that leaves me with only $100
Get
left.
the intense one.
I don't know. We'll see.
Get the intense one.
I think I get the specialized one.
Why? I just asked you to get the intense one.
Also, something I didn't explain last time. Yeah, when you buy a new part, you have to spend money, but you also get money for your old part. So it's like, instead of paying $900, I only had to pay like $650 for that. However, I do lose the old part. If for any reason you wanted to put the worst parts back on your bike, you have to buy them again. But a
real man would drive with the worst bike.
I don't feel like driving with the worst bike. I kind of want to have to restart as few times as possible. Thanks. You want to play this game?
No. I'm a
Why?
sissy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're not extreme enough.
Extreme.
I'm so very extreme.
We should have turned this whole thing into a rap skit.
It's the cops. Yo, get down.
Get on the ground.
Shit, we gotta run.
Get out of here, Aesthetic. Alright, that was...
Yeah, and make sure to join us next time when we cover the third mountain, Mount Konawaki.
And look for our rap album.
Why?